What is going on YouTube? And welcome back to my channel, JoJo Speaks. Thank y'all so much for joining me this evening for our live 8 p.m. Hot Topics and Social Commentary Chit Chat. Love you guys for watching. Thank you so much for being here. There is no JoJo Speaks without you guys. My phone just went off. I just realized my phone was not on silent. Anyways, a couple of things I want you guys to do before we get started. Be sure to press that big red subscribe button. It is free and easy to do. It takes less than a second to mash that thing. So why don't you go ahead and mash it. Also, be sure to give us a thumbs up on this video. Let me know you're enjoying the content that I'm putting out on my channel. Be sure to leave a comment. Let me know your thoughts on the topics that we're discussing on tonight. Also, be sure to press the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Last but not least, be sure to share JoJo Speaks with all your family, friends, and loved ones. Let everybody know that JoJo Speaks is out here in these YouTube streets. I will not be alone for the entire hour, y'all. Jennifer is going to be joining us momentarily, and as soon as she gets here, then we will get into the comments. But the first thing I wanted to shout out, I like to do a little bit of Black excellence, and so Doechii has been named Billboard's Woman of the Year. She's been doing a big thing. Won a Grammy this past Grammy season. She's been doing her thing. She's a beautiful brown-skinned Black woman. She looks beautiful, and she's really doing her thing. So shout out to Doechii being named Billboard's Woman of the Year. That is awesome. I love to see it. Something else that I wanted to mention really quick. Oh, here's Jennifer. Hey, Jen.
Hello.
Would you please pull up any comments but before you do that, let us know how you're doing. I need to check up on you, girl.
I'm doing all right, y'all. I'm dealing with some indigestion, unfortunately. So I'm gonna just do a good job of not doing any bodily functions during this whole time. Because I have respect and love for myself as well as respect and love for you. But I'm gonna make it on
Thank
in
you.
through here. We're gonna be all right.
We will. We will. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Get into the comments. Ooh, ooh, ooh.
Is that your new song?
I guess so. I wouldn't call it a hit though.
Well, I mean, it's on its way. I'm sure plenty of people will respect your artistry in that way.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. Lifting your brother up. I love that.
I do my best. I try, and that's what matters. Okay, hold on. All right, there we go. Dustin says hey,
Hey, Dustin.
and Robin says hey, Dustin, and Robin made sure to say good evening to all.
Hey, Auntie Robin.
Miss Kim is here.
Hey, Miss Kim.
And
Good
she also
evening.
made sure to say hello to J and J. I got back in here before anybody could ask where I was, so good.
Yes, that is wonderful. So as we spoke on Monday about that, I brought up the fact that in DC, where the Black Lives Matter sign was on the road, they were lifting that up. They were removing that this past week, and I did not until I saw the TikTok that Jennifer sent me. I did not put together that was a little bait, for us, okay, to come out there and act a fool, what I'm saying, come out, protesting for them, not pulling up our beautiful signage on the way to the White House. And I was like, wow, I did not even put those things together.
You think
I
about it
did
like
not.
that.
No, I did not. But that's not that they didn't want that there, because I'm sure they did not want that there. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time, let's kill two birds with one stone. Let's not only get this signage off of the road, but let's also bait the African Americans or the Blacks. Let's bait the Blacks out so that they can come out here, act a fool, and we can make them look like a fool on national TV again, which is probably what they're thinking. They're thinking they're going to make us look a fool again.
To be honest, I personally believe that they didn't really care what was there. It didn't affect their lives.
No, not at all. Not at all.
I believe they needed to create some stir because too many people are paying attention to the White House.
Right.
Too many people are paying attention to exactly what's going on in there, the things that don't sound right, because with the story, protests over that would take over, and that would take over for a while.
Right.
And that's the kind of coverage that they would need to just continue to do whatever. um, and have people looking elsewhere. So I'm very proud of us. We didn't go off. We didn't like not even like discourse. They're doing that's what they're doing. Oh,
Right, exactly. Like, I was so
okay.
surprised that they didn't picture anyone out there, like, doing any type of protest. I'm so proud of us, y'all. I'm so proud of us. I'm so proud of us because I'm sure that there were people out there that may have wanted to do that may have wanted to say something about it, or may have wanted to put up some signs about that. But I'm so glad that we stayed our black ass at home, okay,
I
minding our business.
I think it's more that no one's surprised. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Yeah.
Here's just
Yeah.
another thing that they're doing and whatever.
And
But
us protesting is not gonna make them redo it, you know what I'm saying? It's not gonna solve
no.
anything at all.
And all I can do is think about, his first presidency, how we went on for 40 days and 40 nights. I wonder if we never did, like what kind of a difference would that have made? What more would we have been able to see, but
Mhm.
we're finding that out now.
Absolutely. Any comments concerning that, or can we move on? Like Maya. Move it.
Miss Kim says Black Lives Matter regardless of what was painted on the ground.
Okay.
We don't care, nor do we need performative gestures. It was a beautiful thing to see. I saw it in person twice, and
Wow, that's
and
awesome, Miss Kim, because I
that's all
wish
we
I would've
need.
seen it. I wish I would've seen it at least once. I haven't been to DC in so many years. It's been so long since I've been up to DC. I honestly can't remember the last time I was up there, to be honest. But I would love, because I still haven't seen the Martin Luther King monument. I
You
still
haven't?
have not seen, no, 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 no. I still have not seen the Black History Museum. It's a whole lot that I need to catch up on.
Yeah. Well, shoot, we were trying to make sure that happens. I ain't know if I would have known that, I would have made sure we would have gotten out that house while we were up there in Maryland.
Right, because we wanted to do that, but we just not never got around to it. But hey, maybe
We
next
we
time.
were chilling too hard.
Chilling hard, hard as F.
Hard chilling. That's what you do when you go to a place of safety, a place of calm, a place of peace. You chill.
Absolutely. That's what we do. We chill. And so I'm trying not to bring up whose name, but I just thought that it was hilarious to me how Tesla stocks have absolutely plummeted. They have plummeted, and this has caused for Donald Trump to do an impromptu infomercial for Tesla in front of the
On
White
the
House, on the
on
White
the
House
lawn.
lawn, on the White House lawn, encouraging everybody to go out there and buy Teslas. Like, do you not have work to do, Mr. President? Are there not important things you should be giving your attention to? Are there not things of merit that need attenzione?
They're not even supposed to be promoting anybody's business.
I heard that that was against the law, that they're
It
not that
is.
they're not supposed to. So, I mean, it's it is what it is, but apparently other billionaires are being affected by their support of the Orange Man as well. And I love that we don't have to do anything because we weren't buying their stuff to begin
Anyway,
with.
yeah.
So we all we have to do is sit back like Mace and eat the popcorn, honey.
Okay.
That's
Sit on top of
all
what with Brandy.
we need to do. Okay. Jennifer, were you surprised that the Tesla stocks had plummeted? Plummeted. They plummeted, girl.
Low key, I absolutely was. What really got it going was that salute that man did.
Right.
And believe it or not, they take that horrible time in Europe, they take that incredibly seriously
Hmm.
over there. I wish we could take slavery that seriously over here, but I digress.
Yeah.
But it mainly started out in Europe. They're the ones that setting fire to places and stuff,
To
to the
Tesla
vehicles.
dealerships. Yeah.
Yeah, out
Every
here
single one of them ablaze.
in flames.
Ablaze, honey.
And here in America, people have been vandalizing them, the
Mm,
Tesla vehicles and stuff like that. It's become, horrible, especially because of the effect that Elon has had on federal workers and things of that nature. So I'm not surprised, but he ain't selling nothing overseas at all, which is, hey, you get what you get.
You
God bless.
get what you get. I saw some surprising news off of the politics. We're off the politics now. That was our politics segment of the show. I saw a video of former In Vogue member Dawn Robinson. She has revealed to the world that she has been homeless and living out of her car for the last 3 years. She said that she was living in Las Vegas with her parents for a little while. She said that things, went off with her mother. She couldn't stay there, and so she called her manager. Her manager, who was in Los Angeles. Her manager was putting her up in hotels, who was paying every week for hotels, and she's like, I can look for an apartment. An apartment would be much cheaper for you if you don't want to pay this weekly fee for me to be staying in these hotels. And, there are other celebrities that are reaching out, or not necessarily reaching out to her, but are responding to this announcement that she has been homeless and living in her car for the last 3 years. And that's so interesting to me, which is why I wanted to talk about it. But I personally have never been the biggest fan of Dawn herself. Of course, I love In Vogue as a group. Of course, my favorite member was Sydney. I love me a soprano. That's my thing. I love me a high note here. But it's so sad to me that Dawn has been living out of her car for the last 3 years, and I hope and pray that she's able to get herself out of that situation and get into someplace new, get into a home, get a roof over her head, an actual roof over her head, so that she will be okay. Because yeah, it's definitely sad for me to see that. Um, excuse me. So I'm hoping that hopefully someone will reach out to them, to her, so that she'll be able to do whatever it is that she needs to do, to get things done. Also, for those of you guys who did not know, Stephen A. Smith was approached by LeBron James. He was approached by LeBron James during a basketball game. And apparently LeBron James had approached Stephen A. Smith because of comments that Stephen A. Smith had made concerning his son. He didn't take lightly to those comments, and we all know how Stephen A. Smith works out here in these streets. We know that he is extremely opinionated, and he feels as though his opinion is, I won't say he feels as though his opinion is gospel, but he says as though his opinion is gospel. And I'm so glad that Stephen A. Smith came back out and said, that wasn't LeBron James that was approaching me on the court. That wasn't a basketball player that was approaching me on the court. That was a father approaching me about some comments that he had heard come out of my mouth, or he may have heard through the grapevine that had allegedly come out of my mouth, concerning his son. And I'm so glad that Stephen A. understands the reason why LeBron did what he did. I'm so glad that he wasn't surprised. He definitely, probably, I'm sure he wasn't surprised by it, but I'm so glad that he did not take much offense to it. And I hope maybe he knows to stand down from here on out, or maybe not stand down, but to rethink his approach to analyzing the works of these athletes out here. But I'm so glad that Stephen A. Smith came out and said, there's no need to riot. There's no need to get up in arms about this. It wasn't a threat of any sort. He did not threaten any violence or anything of that nature. He was just coming to me and, telling me to watch what I got to say. And I'm so glad that Stephen A. Smith understands the sentiment of a father, the sentiment of a father. Unfortunately, you guys, I cannot get to the comments because I don't have access to them from here. I'm not exactly sure where Jennifer is, but hopefully she'll be coming back momentarily, and we can get back into you guys' comments. So I'm not ignoring y'all. I just don't have access to the comments to actually read them. But anyways, so while Jennifer is gone, I'm going to talk a little bit about the Housewives of Atlanta that just came back this week. So we have a new season of Housewives of Atlanta. I believe it's season 16, if I'm not mistaken. We've got quite a few new girls. We got Shamia, we got Britt, we've got Who else do we have? We have Shamia, Britt, we have Portia. We have there's another girl that's there. I cannot remember her name. Jeez Louise, what is her name? But you know, a whole bunch of new girls that are coming back. And I have to say that I was reluctant to watch the show because I'm not a fan of Portia under any circumstances by any means whatsoever. I don't care for the woman. I know that she has a large fan base um, as far as the Bravo watchers are concerned, but I've just never been a fan of Portia since her first season on The Housewives of Atlanta. I've just never really seen it for her, but she's a beautiful woman. She does what she does, and she does it like she does it, and that's all I can say on that. But the woman who has the chicken and waffles restaurant, I can't remember her name, but I feel as though she's going to be my favorite of the season. I love how outspoken she is. She's bringing reality TV to reality TV. And I love seeing that. I love seeing that she knows the assignment. And for me, she's passing with an A. Of course, we saw Kenya on the show. I have to say, seeing Cynthia with this cast was kind of weird to me because Cynthia does not fit in with this group. This group is quite young, at least in my opinion. They seem like a younger group, and so seeing Cynthia there at the party for old girl, and you know to see her there mixing and mingling with the other girls, it was a little weird for me to Shanice. It was a little weird for me to I'm sorry, Shania. It was a little weird for me to see Cynthia mixing and mingling with these younger girls, and it didn't really didn't make much sense to me. I don't know why she's there, but I did love her look in the confessionals. I did love seeing that, but I will have to say that um, I think I will enjoy this season. It doesn't seem like it's too Portia heavy. It seems like Shamia is the star of the show, to be honest, because they spent so much time on her in her gorgeous, beautiful home. Her $9 million mansion with two elevators in it. She got an elevator in her bedroom that goes down or up wherever her closet is that takes her from her bedroom to her closet. Like she is paid, honey. Her husband ended up getting her a Rolls Royce for her birthday, which was nice, but Quad got you beat on the Rolls Royce gifting on national TV. But excuse me, because I don't care for Portia confronting Drew about Drew working with Dennis on her music. It was a little like, why do you care? I mean, yes, I understand that Dennis is your baby's daddy, and you have to deal with him, but Drew isn't like an enemy of yours. So why do you have an issue with her working with your ex on her music? I don't get the issue. I understand we're on reality TV, so we have to make drama. So maybe Portia doesn't actually care. I would hope that she doesn't actually care, because you, as a woman who is now getting divorced from your husband that you got after you were with Dennis and after you had his baby, I would think that he would be in your rear view. And I would think that him working with a woman who is actually an influencer that you've hired to promote your hairline, that you'd be okay with her working with your man, with your ex-man. So it's that was a little weird for me. That was a little weird. And I also want to mention that Britt's husband had my eyebrow raised, and I will keep it at that. I'm not going to go anywhere closer in there. I'm just saying my eyebrow was raised. I can't even do it. I know Jennifer can do it, but I can't do it. My eyebrow was raised when I saw Britt's husband. I'm just going to leave that there. Jennifer, you're into the TikToks. What has been your reaction to the first episode of Housewives of Atlanta?
So I'm pretty much getting my reactions from everybody else's reactions. And
Right, exactly.
It's apparent that they made Shamia the center, the focus, as I
Right.
believe they should, especially being that Real Housewives of Atlanta been going for a long time, and to try to make
A long time.
Portia the center of the whole situation, it's not enough. It's not enough. You gotta.
No, it's not. It's not. And that's the
Uh,
reason why I was apprehensive of watching the show because I thought that Portia was going to be the center of attention, and I didn't want to see that. But that's not what it was.
yeah. So, it seems like it's all right. I love how Funky Eva, that older lady that's there, he was like, "What are you doing here?" And I don't know. I'm a little nervous to watch it, but they say it got going on. You think I should watch it, Jonathan?
I think you might enjoy it. You might. I use that word lightly. You might enjoy it. I don't know how much enjoyment you'll get out of it, but you might enjoy it. You might, but I don't know how close you are to any of these women. The reason why I like the woman, and I can't remember her name, I don't know why. It's like Nikki or so whatever. The woman who's got the chicken and waffles restaurant named called Nana's. I think she's my favorite because she's a little outspoken. She did say to Shamia, why did Portia take that girl's husband? You know what I'm saying? So she's bringing the conversation and drama that needs to be brought in to a reality TV show.
But
So
that
I think she's going to
now
be my favorite.
her with them saying that, like, come on, like now you're just digging like that.
It's already
I've
over.
actually,
Like it's
yeah, like I've
it's
actually
unnecessary.
seen the whole thing, and it's like, girl, now it just shows that you looking for a moment. Now don't do that. That was
Right.
a bit much. I saw
Yeah.
that. Mm-mm.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
let's see.
I
Let's see. Oh, Miss Kim says, why did Don need a manager? What was he managing? What is she booking? And I agree wholeheartedly. Um, I saw some comments about her, and I'm starting to identify with the one that says that she might have a mental issue, possibly, or
yeah. Yeah.
she has really disassociated with what's going on in the present. Um,
Yeah.
maybe
In
the
real
way that
life.
she, yeah, maybe the way that she acts, or how she is, maybe it makes her not able to work well with people, because she still, I believe it's possible, if she could have gotten along with the people and quit having your eyebrow up and believing that everybody's trying to steal your money or not looking out for you and looking out for everybody else, you wouldn't have to be in your
Right.
car. God bless her, but I got my glimpse of her when she was on R&B Divas, and
Okay.
I, it, to from what we saw in R&B Divas, I'm not surprised that she's in that predicament. All right.
I'd agree with that. I would agree with that. Yeah.
Yeah. Miss Kim says, I can't stand Portia.
Me either. Me either, Miss Kim.
Uh, Miss Robin says, hi. Why people keep talking to me? They help me up too. Well, they help me up. Oh, shoot. They helped me up to this point. I just got here. Oh, I hear you and I understand you. Um, Miss Kim says, Britt's husband, Jonathan, we are in sync.
Okay. Okay.
Understood.
Girl.
Um, Robin says, I attempted to watch Real Housewives of Atlanta. I didn't last. The gazillion birthday pocketbooks, oh Lord, was too much for me. I shall not resume. Excuse me. I shall resume not watching the show. Oh.
Yeah, that was the girl that I liked. She was gifting her 17-year-old daughter with a nice pocketbook. Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
I heard about that. People were feeling the way that she was able to gift her child a really nice pocketbook. Like, yeah, we
Okay.
all
You
in
would
different
too if you had the
places.
money.
Funky not even. Oh, excuse me. Robert says Funky rejected his commentary about Miss Oakley now that he found out that she is younger than Portia.
Mm. I think that might be Angela, if I'm not
Ay,
mistaken.
ay, ay.
I think.
Robert says, I don't see her. Yeah, I don't see her. She maybe mature as compared to others. I guess. I think she looked more mature than compared to others because apparently everybody thought that she was an older lady.
Yeah.
Miss Robin says, "Doesn't Don Robinson have a reputation for being difficult?
Yes.
Not combative, but difficult."
Who's being combative now?
Uh, that's the question. Dustin says, "I will not be watching the current season of Real Housewives of Atlanta."
I
Understood.
don't blame you, Dustin. I don't blame you.
Robert says, "Not a nice pocketbook. 17? Well, I mean, hey,
You know, girls want to be girls. You know what I mean? Not me. They want something nice on their arm. And one other quick observation concerning Shamia. I Whenever she has long hair, because we saw her with long hair and short hair in this first episode, whenever she has long hair, she looks much younger to me. And then when she has the shorter hair, she looks like an auntie to me. I don't know if anyone else picked up on that, but
I feel the same thing."
okay, yeah, she was given very much auntie during that birthday party, and yes, her clothing looked opulent, you know, all that good stuff. But wearing a blue dress and then wearing like a coral type dress at a white party, I understand you're the woman of the hour, you're the birthday girl, but to me, it just was I wasn't here for it. But hey, and then Portia showing up hours late to the party, hours late to the party. She didn't get there until after Shamia was gifted with the Rolls Royce, and while Shamia's in the car, Portia just walks right on up and says, "Hey, girl!" Like
Mm-mm.
we don't do that over here, honey. We don't do that
Now,
over
the
here.
discourse on TikTok has been Portia was never Shamia's friend. That's what they trying to say.
I can agree with that. I feel like Portia wants to be Shamia. I think
That's what
Portia
they're
wants to
saying. That's the
be
life she wants.
in Shamia's shoes. She wants Shamia's money. She wants Shamia's everything. She wants to be Shamia, which I mean, I would have to agree with that sentiment because that's what it looks like. Portia does not seem like a friend to Shamia in any way, shape, or form. Now, I have not seen Portia and Shamia's friendship as the years have gone on because once again, I don't care for Portia. So,
Hmm.
you know, I can't really comment on their actual friendship, but that's just what I see with these eyes that have only seen the first episode of Housewives of Atlanta. But
But you know,
um
from what it looks, it sounds like it looks like Shamia actually has a relationship with her husband, like real love.
very much so. Very much so.
So I don't I mm, can't fake that too often. Let me Joseph Jarrell says, "Been stuck in a time machine, but I think I got the syncopation right because I know that JoJo is live. Mash the buttons, people. Mash them. I can travel multiple planes. You can use the fat fingers." Lord Jesus. Miss Kim says, Shamia has an old face and short hair adds 30 years.
Yeah. Yeah. It's maybe it's just, you know, maybe she should stay. I'm not going to say she should stay away from the shortcuts because she looks good in the shortcuts. Like she looks opulent with the shortcut. It
I
just
want a
ages her a bit.
difference. I want a different shortcut,
Okay. Okay.
a different style, because what she's doing with it doesn't look as good or as chic as I would like it to.
Yeah.
And remember, I said I like it. Is my opinion.
Yeah. Yeah. Like I said, she just gives auntie vibes when she's with the shortcut. It just gives me, you know, good auntie at the cookout. Like that's what she's given. And you know, if you like it, so be it. Anyways, so Mr. DDG, and for those of you who do not know who he is, because I damn sure don't know who he is,
He's a
Mr. DDG, he is Chloe Bailey's baby's daddy. Is that right, Jennifer?
Yes, and a very popular Twitch streamer, one of them streamers.
Yes. So he was on his streaming and he's saying that he's not been able to see his son. He's complaining that Chloe's not allowing him to see his son, and you know, he's having all these issues. And then Jennifer sent me a TikTok where someone was explaining that, you know, when he was supposed to come pick the baby up, I think the baby's name is Halo, if I'm not mistaken, when he was
Yes, the
supposed to come
cutest
pick the
baby
baby.
ever.
Yeah, the baby is beautiful. I see the baby. Nice, big old head, and yeah, it's
Like it's
looking
looking
good.
like his mama.
Looking like his mama. Apparently he was supposed to come pick up the baby, and he wanted to stay at the house at Chloe's house, and he was like, wanted Chloe to go upstairs.
Hallie's house.
Oh, at Hallie's house. I'm sorry. At Hallie's house, he wanted Chloe to, go upstairs, and while he's downstairs,
Hallie. You
I
can't. You,
asked if it was, I asked if it was Chloe's baby, and you said yes, and so
no,
it's Hallie's
no,
baby.
Hallie. Yeah, you said Chloe, Hallie, and DDG.
Okay,
This
all
has
right.
nothing to do with her sister.
Okay, thank you for that correction. Yeah, Hallie, he when he's supposed to come, see the baby, he wants to spend time in her house with the baby. It's like, no, pick up means you pick up
Yeah.
and you exit with said baby. You know what I'm saying? And y'all do y'all thing, and he's 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 coming off like a band to me in this case. I don't know why he's trying to. It seems as though he's trying to make life difficult for Hallie, and I don't appreciate that, and I can't get with that at all. Um, I'm so glad that Hallie is not, retaliating. I'm so glad that Hallie is not out here feeling as though she needs to explain herself to anyone. She does not have to explain herself to anyone, because when you do right, you really ain't got to put nothing behind it, because you're doing right. Um, but DDG, and I think he might be a little upset that they're not together anymore, and so maybe because of that, I don't know who broke it off between the two. I didn't know the two were together to begin with. It seems like he might be a little bit mad at Hallie for her not being on his arm anymore. Excuse me, Jennifer, what was your reaction to seeing him complaining about not being able to see his son, when it seems as though he does have access to his son, maybe not in the way that he wants. Maybe he wants to see his son with Hallie in tow. Maybe he wants to see both of them together,
I
and
think
you don't want that.
so. From what I've seen, I was watching a lot of videos of them because Halo, the baby, is a cutie. So I was watching a lot of videos with them, but DDG has gotten to a place where he realized that some of the only times that he goes viral is when he has Halo with him.
Mm.
So
Mm.
I think that him trying to get Halo is just another thing, and then both Hallie and Halo, they are sick with RSV, a whole viral infection up in their throat areas, a
Mm.
respiratory infection. And it's like, lead them people be.
Right.
And I'm sure you don't know, but he put out a diss song, pretty much. And it's like basically just a little bit of I want to see my baby, but also I knew you were gonna move on, but I didn't think you were gonna move on.
Yeah, he's upset. He's upset. Yeah.
He's the one that cheated. So
Oh, okay.
so he basically, broke it off, was cheating while she was going through postpartum, cheating from what I heard while she was pregnant and everything. So he messed up his life for himself. And even like right after they broke up, he was talking about how I want my family back. Ciao. Over it. Miss Kim says, I'm not going to give Hallie too much. Um, we've all been young, dumb, and sprung over the wrong man. Sometimes you got to get away without a baby, and sometimes you don't.
Yeah.
Sometimes you get away without a baby, and sometimes you don't. Absolutely. And now she has had like some of the last few songs that she put out
Hmm.
was sounding like it was about DDG, her saying things that she deserves love,
Right.
talking about how you need to calm down. You ain't had nobody like this before, apparently. Like
Clearly. Okay.
like that. She was talking her so it was very I enjoyed it. But I like how she's dealing with it. She's not going off because it is like her to do that. she would speak up for herself, but it's good that she's not saying too much of anything, because it just makes
I'm
him
glad
look
she's not.
crazier and crazier. The only people that's, kind of trying to stick up for him are stupid alpha male kind of people, as well as, just his fans, trying to come at her, getting in her comments and doing the most. So she cut off all her comments, on all her videos, from TikTok to Instagram to whatever. And she's preserving her peace. And of course, everybody is saying that he needs to go ahead and go to the courts.
Right.
If she's withholding him, which I don't believe that's the case.
I don't think so either. She don't seem like the type to do that.
And not even that. We see them together. We see DDG and his baby Halo all the time. I was confused as to the way, because more than likely he was upset because didn't get the baby the way that he wanted to get the baby by staying, just like you said, staying at Hallie's house. Like, I could be downstairs and you could be like, no, get out of my house.
Right.
And it's like the only men that like
That's
say,
what
hey, you
niggas
need to
do.
okay.
That's what niggas do, honey.
Yeah, the people that are looking at both sides of things and just really listening to the story for what it is, you see that he really just wanted to get his way.
Mhm.
So, God bless him and his endeavors. He's not going to go to court. He said he's not going to do the court thing because it'll bring out all of everybody's information. It'll put everybody out. Personally, I believe he doesn't want to go to court because there's a big chance that they may put it in stone that he can't be putting Halo on
On
video,
live. Yeah.
which is what I believe Hallie doesn't want. Period. So
Yeah.
we'll see how this goes.
Don't be
A lot
using
of
your
people,
son to get a check, girl. Don't be doing that. That's low.
yeah, a lot of people are saying, Hallie, just go ahead and go to court for all this foolishness. And and it's like he has a new girlfriend that he's putting on Front Street that's just another light skinned girl that's pretty. And it's like,
Hallie don't care. I'm sure she really don't care.
you
Like,
don't. I just saw a video of them two together, DDG and the new girl or whatever her name may
mhm.
be. God bless her, whoever she
Yes.
is. Child, okay, she wanted to go to like this ice cream place, a fancy ice
Mhm.
cream place. Let's just say it was Cold Stone, okay?
Okay.
Let's just say it's Cold Stone for all intents and purposes, because I forgot what the name of that place is because it's out in California.
Mhm.
Child, he took her to the drive-thru at Wendy's to get some Frosties. She was in that. They were in a Rolls Royce. Looked like the SUV Rolls Royce, and when they came around, he was passing her the Frosty or whatever, right? She was like, "Are you serious?"
Why would you put that on video? Why would you record that? Why would you want everybody to see that's what you did for your girl? Like,
He's one of those streamers. They put everything on Front Street, every gag, every little bit of foolishness. It's like look like you about to lose the girl. Because let me tell you something. I do appreciate, and it's like I don't know this woman from Adam, and it's not like I don't like her because I'm over here for Hallie. No, she's just a new girl. She's
right.
somebody different, and from what I've seen, she hasn't said anything disparaging about the young lady, so that's cool,
Mhm.
right? She got as they were driving away from the Wendy's, she told the driver to stop the car. She didn't say take me here. No, she said stop the car, and she got out of the vehicle.
Wow. Wow.
Sometimes you got to teach people how to treat you.
Yeah, yeah, because if you don't say nothing, they will continue mistreating you
Foolishness.
if you don't put your foot down
I
and let
thought I
them
was about to
know.
get some good ice cream, and you over here playing around giving me. Get me
I
out the
mean,
car.
Mr. Rolls Royce. Okay, what the is this?
Okay, stop the car. Because I thought that she was just being like, bougie or whatever.
Yeah,
But
no, that's
I
not
had
being
to look up
bougie.
the name of the place that she wanted to go to. And
Mm.
then when I saw I said, she had every right to get up out that car.
Yeah,
Foolishness. God bless.
Child. Anyways, so a high school track star athlete has been charged with
Oh,
assault
child.
and battery following a baton incident. So there was a relay race going on, and so this young woman, it looks like she hit her more than once with the baton. To me, when I saw the video, it looks like she hit her more than once with a baton. She said that she said that the girl was talking smack a little, just a little bit, but she said that she didn't do it intentionally. That looked like an intentional hit of that young woman, and I've never seen that in track and field, like, ever, because like people know better. You know what I'm saying? Like it's that shocked me when I saw that video of her hitting that young woman with the baton. And they're in high school too. It's like, maybe it shouldn't surprise me that a high school student did this while they were running track, but it's I'm glad that charges have been brought. She's been doing
Amen.
a bunch of TV interviews and giving out her apologies and things of that nature. She said her apologies to the other young woman on video. I don't know if she's done it on during interviews. I don't know if she's done it in person. But oh, Jennifer, you're shaking your head.
No, she didn't. From what I've seen, for the last I've seen, no. And this is what about. Oh, did you say what you need to say? Because I was about to go
You
in.
no, you can go ahead.
This is what bothers me about the whole thing. I know it was intentional because of her parents' response.
Mm,
Instead of saying, "We are so sorry, my child, she ain't right, she wrong for what she did, and we're gonna make sure that she pay the consequences."
yeah,
No, her and everybody around her were just trying to basically stick up for the wrong that she did, and it's like no wonder she did it because she know that at least her friends, family, and loved ones are gonna stand for her.
and not
So
hold her
she,
accountable.
yeah, so she's allowed to let her anger get the best of her.
Mm.
She's allowed to do that. So, it was nothing for her to fracture somebody's skull.
It was crazy to me. It was like when I watched that, like I've never seen something like that before. Like it looked so intentional to me. Like it looked so intentional. It looked like she hit her more than once. To me, it looked like she hit her more than once. Like it was.
And how you apologizing and in the same breath, I didn't mean to do it though. How,
That's not what the video
when you
shows.
running with a baton, you don't ever run like this with a baton.
Right. You don't bring it over the head. Okay. It tends to stay below the neck when you're running. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You don't do one of these motions when that's intentional. She meant to do that. She
And she
literally
and she
meant
said,
to
"I'm
hit her.
sorry, it was an accident." So that don't even count to me, Jonathan. It
Yeah,
don't it
no,
don't
it
even
doesn't.
count.
No, not at
That's not an
all.
apology. And like I said, her parents told the story for me.
Yeah.
They apparently let her do whatever she wanted to do.
Yeah. That is so sad. But
Oh, Bianca's here.
hey Bianca, thank you so much for being here, girl. Thank you so much for being here. All right. So, any comments before we move on, Jennifer?
No, we're good.
3 suspects have been arrested in connection with the hazing death of a Southern University student, Caleb Wilson. If y'all want to know the names of the 3 suspects, they are Isaiah Smith, Caleb McCrae, and Kyle Truman. He was apparently going through some type of thing that they do for fraternities. Apparently, I don't know exactly what fraternity it was, but apparently this was supposed to be the case. And we have heard of different fraternities and sororities having these types of incidents going on. And that leads me to believe that some of these, I'm saying some, not all, but some of these fraternities and sororities are treating their, I guess, I don't know, I don't want to call it an initiation because I don't think it's technically
They
called an
do refer to it
initiation.
as an initiation, yes.
Okay, so these initiations are being treated like gang initiations, like they're being jumped in, like because that's literally what sounds like happened in this particular case. That he was bruised, he was a little bit beaten up. You know what I'm saying? Like it's these injuries were not self-inflicted. These injuries came from people who he was with, and like I'm so glad that I didn't try to be in the fraternity that I wanted to be, because I definitely wanted to be in a fraternity in my college years. But I'm that, and again, I don't think that that happens across the board. I don't. I would like to believe that that is not the tradition of our fraternities and sororities, that physical violence is visited upon these people who just want to be a part of an organization that is supposed to help the community. And so that was so sad to me, to see that that a young man who was just trying to be in a fraternity ends up paying with his life. And there's nothing that's just so sad to me. That is so sad. But this is not the first time that this has happened with someone who was trying to be initiated into a fraternity or a sorority. I heard of one time a fraternity had someone unalived at the beach or something like that. Somehow they drowned or something of that nature. It's like, it's like, is it that serious? Is it really that serious? Or can we just do some real light, real, maybe some trivia questions about the fraternity or something like that? You know what I'm saying? Pass a test or something. But why does physical violence need to be included in the initiation process? Like, why? It's not that serious. It's just, I mean, it's and I was about to mention a fraternity in particular that I'm thinking, I'm sure that they probably be fighting in their initiations, but it is what it is. Jennifer, what were your thoughts when you heard this happened? Like, I think 3 weeks ago, but what were your thoughts when you initially heard of this story?
I was devastated. It's just really sad. Um, now though I am not a part of the Divine Nine,
Mhm.
I'm in close proximity, and everybody's process is different. You know, Robin Morris says it is called hazing.
Yes, hazing. Hmm.
And Robin, she's an AKA. God bless her.
Yes.
She says most BGLOs, what's that, are on record for as no longer pledging. We're officially banned pledging around in 1990. Robin says if I know of someone who pledges old school, I don't refer to them as sorors. Ooh,
Oh,
I hear you and I feel you. Um, Robin also says also the organization you mentioned, um, that you mentioned is Omega Sci-Fi. Yes. And Dustin made sure to say rest in peace. That is very sad. Um,
I didn't even mention them, but that's definitely what I was thinking.
it is Omega Sci-Fi. Yeah. So um, what is kind of like sad, there's this feeling or thought process of, going in hard. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Going through it, really going through something to get across those burning sands to pledge and things of that nature. And it really, what it sounds like, it really depends on who you are and what you're willing to take.
Mm.
And it's such a culture of, well, if you just, learn the stuff, take the test, you're solved. You're not, you know what I'm saying? You didn't really go through the process.
Mm.
And this is me coming from someone this is coming from someone that hasn't been through anybody's process. So I know that I may sound a little ignorant, but this is what I've seen. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Some people, when they decide I'm not going through that part of it, you know, some people may respect them. Some people may be like, you're not a real, person of this organization. You know what I'm saying? Um, so I don't like that the culture of doing it that way is still so prevalent to this day.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's a fight to keep up the culture of doing
Hmm.
it like that.
Hmm.
Um, what's even scarier is that when they do decide to do it that way, um, people it seems like people don't see the line
There's no
that they
line to be crossed.
that they're this close to crossing or have
Right.
crossed. Um, People don't understand, or people are not thinking about what could happen if I did this.
Right.
The possibilities. There are people, not even talking about the people that's gone to glory as a result of pledging, but
Mhm.
some people have had major, um, irreversible damage to their bodies because of
Wow.
it. And people, organizations have gotten sued and things of that nature. And I'm talking so soft because I know this is the gentlest
Genteel.
of
Yeah,
subjects because I know the love and the heart that
absolutely.
that is, you know, um, their
That's their life,
organizations. Yeah,
it's so important to them, and I can appreciate that. I can appreciate that
absolutely.
so much, which makes the story that much sadder because it makes you think that, "Oh, did all of them have to go through this in order to be a part of this organization?" Like, you don't wanna th I don't wanna think that. I don't want to think that.
Do you absolutely have to be totally
Right.
broken down
Is that necessary?
to be made into I just saw a lock over here doing its own thing. Hello.
It's been doing this whole own thing the entire
Stop
time.
it!
Beep.
Any hello. But, um, child. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Robin. She says, "Is Black Greek letter organizations." Thank you.
Gotcha. Okay, thank you.
Miss Kim says, "My heart breaks for Caleb's family and friends. He should still be here." Yeah.
You should.
And he was also on the band, there
Wow.
too at Southern, which is a major thing there. So it's sad, but mm, thank you for speaking. See, I thank you, Miss Robin, for speaking. She says, "Not necessary, not sanctioned, not legal."
That's it right there.
That's the absolute truth with
Mhm.
all of that. But the problem is every time I, think about it, you're not allowed to do it, but people look at you like you're crazy, like seeing a line of 50 something odd gals or dudes coming across and they people like somewhat look down on them. Well, they're too big to know each other, or they haven't really gone through anything together, or it's too many of them to actually really initiate them.
Right.
Like they all
Yeah.
got the paper, they all did test stuff like that. But like, what's wrong with that? Why is it a problem? They have
And it
been
might be because that's what they went through, and they're like, "Well, they ain't went through it, so they ain't really my brother or my sister," you know? So, yeah, it's
but that's people from the outside talking like that
Oh,
too.
okay, okay, yeah.
Um, and also I've seen online, they just call them weekend warriors. They just got together, but come to find out from one of those people that was a part of that line, like their initiation was more intense or more long than what people were thinking. Like everybody has their own, process and everything, but I just these women were chosen. Those men were chosen.
Mhm.
Okay? To be a part of a brother or sisterhood. Um, I'll say it like this. I don't like that they're putting themselves in jeopardy. They're
Mhm.
putting their line in jeopardy. They're putting the
Yeah.
actual apparently because of Southern they kicked everybody off the yard.
Mm.
Not just Omega Psi Phi, everybody had to
Mm.
cease. Okay?
Wow.
And those are the reasons why a lot of people have had, stop lines. There's nobody able to go through any process anymore because of the things that they've done.
They can't get it right. They can't get it right. It's
But they want to stick to a tradition sometimes.
tradition, yeah.
So, Miss Robin says there were 24 of us on my line.
Wow.
Hmm. Which is
Wow.
awesome. Like I've seen a coming out of like 50 something before.
Wow.
Like, God bless. You know, they all who they want to be. You know, they pledge. She did it, you know. Anyway, Cheetah McCullum says Robert Champion should also still be here. It's was pledging on a bus. Yeah, on a bus that took him away from the world. Yeah, this was, and this was just for, not just, let me reiterate, for a band
Okay.
fraternity, and in the dark, hitting people on a bus, and he's not here anymore.
That's so sad. It's
Um,
so sad.
Tina McCullum says they can't get it right because they took it too far. Absolutely,
Hmm.
and
Yeah.
it's not going to be right. And this like, all I can imagine is like that moment, because you know, I'm sure these are college educated young men.
Right.
The moment when they realize they've gone too far, I can only imagine their faces.
Right.
Because of
When they
course,
see he's not responsive, honey,
exactly.
when he's not answering your call, like what I would love to know to have known what their reaction was.
Because it's like, you know, these aren't no, they ain't murderers. You know what I'm saying? It okay.
I mean,
They okay. They
technically
didn't set out to do that.
intentional, yes.
They weren't
Those were
intentionally
not their
doing that.
intentions, exactly.
Oh, Ms. Robert says our line name was a classic 24K. I love that.
Okay, I love that.
Yes, ma'am. What was your line name, Miss Robin? I'm curious. But yeah, it's very sad. God bless everybody involved. Um, I feel sorry for the ones that did it too, Jonathan. I do.
Yeah,
I do, because now their lives are, not saying that their lives are over, but it's taking a turn. There's nothing that you can do to take this off of you. You know what I'm saying?
right.
So God
Yeah.
bless them. Um, Miss Robin says, not necessarily. Some are college educated, others are college trained. Yes, Miss Robin, her line name was too hype.
Okay.
Yes, ma'am. I love it. Um, Tina McCullum says, why must we have the jigsaw mentality, always trying to do more than the previous class?
Mhm.
Yeah, Tyrone has been through his share, but God bless, you know.
So, my last topic is going to be more on the social commentary side of things. I've been wanting to talk about this for a little while, and we only got about 3 minutes left, but this time has been flying by, child.
Yeah.
Anyways, I want to talk about the idea of this phrase that I've heard, ethical non-monogamy, which is in layman's terms an open marriage or open relationship.
Ah!
They
Sorry.
want to put big words behind it to make it sound a little more official
Legit.
and legit,
Mhm.
right? And I've seen videos of Neo with his, I think he has 4 girlfriends at the
Mhm.
moment. He did an interview saying how he explains to his children that they're all his girlfriends, and I think it was just hilarious was just on the Breakfast Club saying that Shaq had 4 different white women on his team, and and these different types of relationships. We are. I don't want to say that we're normalizing this because to them it is normal. To them, it's just how they live. And my opinion on it is, if that's what you want, and all parties are consenting in this, and all parties are okay with this, just like the sister wives thing, like, if all parties are okay with it, fine. That's it. That's okay for you. It's just as for me and my house, I only want me one man. That's all I need. That's all I desire is one man. I don't want my man, sleeping with him and sleeping with her and doing this and doing that over yonder and without my knowledge. Like, there's a woman on 90 Day Fiance Last Resort who is approaching her husband with this thought of having an ethical non-monogamous relationship, because he will not have sex with her. He said he literally said that they have to be on good terms for 6 months before he has sex with her. It's like, no, he just don't want to be with her. Like, she should have left him so many seasons ago, but that it is what it is. But here's my thing. Like, I'm not hating on Neo. If Neo can do that, Neo can do that. He can do that. He got money. He have women who are consenting and are okay with not being the only one. So hey, that's what you do. That's what you do. But I just don't want a man who wants multiple other men or multiple other women outside of our relationship, because to me, for me, that wouldn't be an actual relationship, because I don't care about what you're doing with them, because that has nothing to do with me. I want you here with me at all times, and that's what I want. Jennifer, what are your thoughts on this whole ethical non-monogamous type of relationship, and Neo in particular, because we've been known about his non-monogamous relationships for it seems like it's been almost 10 years since he's been had multiple women.
He hasn't had multiple women for 10 years.
It's been a while. It's
Because
maybe
he
five.
just got a divorce.
Okay. Well, I mean, we don't know what he was doing on the side, but hey, it is what it is.
But to be honest, I think some of it is a true lifestyle decision, right?
Very much so.
Some
Absolutely.
of it, some people truly, say, "Hey, this is what I'm doing. This is my life, and I'd rather have it that way." And
Mhm.
I can absolutely respect it, especially if
Right.
everybody's consenting and stuff like that, and communication is open. I'm here for it. I'm cool. My thing is this: some people use it as a mask, and I believe that's what Neo is doing. Now, as far as
Could you
Shaq being
expound on that just a little bit? What do you mean by you think it's a mask? Because I want to know. I want
you
to know.
want to he is someone that's been cheating for a long time. He's always been cheating. And I personally don't believe Miss Kim, how dare you? Every time you throw me off. Every time you throw me off, Miss Kim. Miss Kim, you do it every time. I think you enjoy doing this.
She does, because she know you. Okay. She know you
Whew,
over there reading them
child.
comments while you giving your opinion. Okay.
Miss Kim says, Neo isn't even cute enough for those games.
Okay.
She also says, I won't knowingly share. If I find out I'm sharing, he will regret the day we met.
I hear that, Miss Kim.
Miss
Okay.
Robin said, beard? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. What I'm saying is that from when he was with Manetta,
Hmm.
told her to tie up her bank to not to not have any more children, but it feels like it's not giving any more children to other people.
Mm. Yeah.
While he's out there doing whatever he wants to do. And then the next woman that he got with, I guess, it wasn't enough for him. Who knows? I
Mm.
don't know. But another move on situation. And then it's like having the four girlfriends now. I know the only reason why we know so much is because people are always trying to figure out who's with whom. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So when they say, "Oh, he's with her," oh, I saw him with her too. No, yeah, we're all girlfriend boyfriend. Okay, God bless.
Hmm.
I believe he just wants to be able to have what he wants to have. I don't feel like it's like a whole monogamous thing because it used to be three.
Yeah.
And now all of a sudden one of the dancers that's on his tour with him has become number four.
Wow.
To be honest, I believe whoever wants to be around and have continuous hot relations with me is gonna be a girlfriend for the moment and we just gonna do it like that.
See, when you initially said mask, I thought you were saying because of those rumors that had come out about him when he first came out, that he might have been one of the girls, that he might have, or by one of the girls, I
Oh
mean gay,
no.
that
Mm-mm.
he's trying to show his masculinity, he's trying to show his manhood, that, oh, I got, four girls on my arm, and, I'm the ultimate man. I thought that's what you meant
Now
by mask.
it's easy to say he might be gay because of there's so many things that have happened and things that look rather suspect, but I don't believe he is.
I don't believe he is either. I've never believed that Neo was gay. I've never had that thought. I understand why people might have said that because he's not the manliest of the men out here in these streets. But that, to me, that's too easy to try to point out that someone's gay because there is a spectrum of masculinity here in the world, and there are different men on different ends of the spectrum of masculinity, especially when it comes to gay men. I mean, some of them are ultra feminine, some of them are extremely masculine. You never know that they were gay if they were walking down the street. But that
Exactly.
goes for every man, gay, straight, bi, whatever the trans, whatever the case might be. So that's why I just never saw Neo in love with a man. Like that never
Mm-mm.
clicked for me at all.
Tyrone said he out here living that Rick James life.
Okay.
But the mask that I'm talking about is just basically him not wanting to do anything monogamously. Like, I want to hold on to her, but I want her to. I want to
Yeah.
hold on to her, but I want her to.
Yeah.
And whoever he wants to add to the harem, they all know that if they all know that if they don't want to be around him, they could kick rocks and they'll be replaced if they haven't already been replaced. And let's be clear as well. How do we know he's not stepping outside of that?
I'm sure he is. It wouldn't.
Exactly. So that's why I say it's a mask. Something to say, oh, I'm doing different women, so you can't look at me like I'm crazy because I'm with this girl, that girl, that girl, that girl. That's what I mean.
To validate his cheating ways.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you.
Yeah.
That's a better way to say it. To
That makes
validation.
Yeah. Yeah. That makes perfect sense. That makes perfect sense. But Miss Kim, we on the same page when it comes to Neo, child. But women like it, so hey,
Hey,
y'all be with that.
do
Y'all be with that
y'all
over there.
I
Okay.
think they just like the access, like the availability of funds and things of that nature, being able to go this trip, that trip, all over the place. You know what I'm saying? Robert said, "That's what I was thinking, Joe Nathan." Absolutely, but yeah, that's what I meant as a mask, not the gay thing. Because I don't think he's gay.
Yeah, I never thought that either. I never really thought that either. But I surely loved his first album though. That first album was excellent. Excellent.
I like
Anyways,
his dance stuff too.
say what?
Tonight, baby,
Oh,
all
yeah.
of me. And then there's that song that he did with NSYNC, Boyfriend. No,
Mm.
you don't have to be alone. I'll be your boyfriend. And then they over there 50 talking about I'll be your boyfriend. I'm sorry.
That's okay though. That is okay. I
Be
mean,
your boyfriend till the song goes off. Okay, go ahead.
I love me some Backstreet Boys. I really do. And
I
Backstreet
said
Boys
I
over
said
in
NSYNC. No, no,
oh
no, it was the New
you
Kids on the Block he did that thing with. New Kids
okay.
on the Block. Sorry.
Gotcha. Yeah, but Backstreet Boys over NSYNC all day for me. Not saying that NSYNC is trash, but I
Believe
love
it
me
or
some
not,
Backstreet Boys.
I felt the other way when I was younger, and now that I'm older and have wisdom and an ear for singing,
A trained
a
ear.
trained
Yes.
ear for singing, I
Yes.
said, "Them Backstreet Boys was giving it to us."
I felt the exact same way when I was growing up. I liked NSYNC more because that was mainly because they seemed younger and they were the newer of the two groups. And so, we saw the
Yeah,
Backstreet Boys first and then NSYNC came thereafter. And so that
yeah.
that that was the reason why I liked NSYNC better, simply because
But
they
I
were the
should
newer
have
group.
known though. They were doing songs like "Girlfriend" and stuff like that, but they were singing stuff like "Show Me the Meaning of Being Lonely." You will never get me off that song, Jonathan.
Yeah. Yeah. And Shape of My Heart, like
Singing.
sang, and each and every one of those menses got a voice. And I still to this day, even though I've heard Joey Fattone's voice like solo, I still don't know where he lies in the harmony. Like what you singing, boy? Like
And,
did you just sing the
and,
melody, or you got the top or the bottom? Like what's going on? I don't know.
and even even their major hits, you could still stay on it like I Want It That Way.
Mhm.
Even their major hits, you can still just sing it and listen to it. That AJ singing like a Negroidian. You hear me singing the songs.
Okay, quit playing games with
Come on.
my
Brian was trying
heart.
to tell these people.
In the rain with the shirt
In
open.
the rain. And then now Kevin for me is with his part in Show Me the Meaning of Being. And I can see that we're falling apart. Come on now.
Yeah. And they didn't have to do that for him. They really
They
could have
didn't.
kept him on the sidelines like he'd been for the past couple of years. But you know, at least single wise. But you
Yeah.
know, they gave up like, oh
They
Lord.
gave him parts. And then what's the name? What's it? Howie, the one that sang the
Howie.
high pitch.
Yeah.
He be hitting the notes.
Yes. Yeah.
Child, y'all can't. That's what I need. I need a Backstreet Boys vinyl. That's what I need.
That would
My
be
children
awesome.
gonna know about Backstreet Boys. They might not know about NSYNC all that much, maybe a song or two, but they gonna know about Backstreet Boys.
And that video for everybody, like
Come on,
on
Fatima.
another level. Okay.
Fatima Robinson, bigs up to the first
Okay.
black choreographer that I knew about. Okay.
Okay.
Choreograph everything back then and now. You
And
better know it.
and put herself in the video, and I wasn't mad about it. Okay. And
Never
I was
was.
not upset about it because
Including the Aaliyah videos.
okay, because that choreo for Are You That Somebody is still iconic.
Every time I listen to the song.
The salsa, the breakdown at the end, like they got the fans out. Ow, yes.
Ciao.
Anyways, thank y'all so much for joining us this evening for this our show. We done going over, child, getting hyped about Backstreet Boys and NSYNC and Aaliyah and
Good night.
Fatima. Good night, Robin. Thank you so much for being here, Auntie Robin. Thank y'all so much for joining us. Jennifer, why don't you go ahead and give the good folks your social media context, please?
I don't feel like it. I really don't. But I'm just gonna do. I'm the Light of the Leo, y'all. I'm the Light of the Leo on YouTube. I go live on Mondays at 9. It's the Light of the Leo on Instagram, TikTok, and Discord if you'd like to connect with me there. And also join us, Faithful Warrior Ministries, every single Saturday at 10-ish a.m. We come together and we read devotional, we pray, and pretty much do this too. I was telling Tyrone how we were yapping so much last time on Saturday. He said, that's all I can expect from y'all. I was like, yeah.
It's what we do. It's what we do.
Not only were we awake, but
Yes.
we were both awake and chatty. It was
Agreed.
fun as per usual. And that's it. Follow me.
Awesome. You guys can follow me on Instagram. My Instagram is JoJo_speaks3020. My Facebook is Jonathan Lee. My email is williamjonathanlee@gmail.com. My Cash App is $Jonathan Lee07. That's $JonathannLee07. Thank y'all so much for joining us for this video, or for this live rather. I love you guys for watching. This is my favorite part of the week when I get to, talk about the hottest of the topics with y'all and get y'all's feedback. So I love y'all for watching, and I love y'all for being here, and I love y'all for interacting with us. So join us next week, same time, same place, same beautiful faces. Until then, we'll say good night for now. Have a wonderful evening, a wonderful weekend. Eat good out there and stay warm. It's 70-something degrees down here in South Carolina.
So
But
it's getting better.
Just make sure you're good when you walk out that door. Love you guys for watching. Take
Love
care,
it.
y'all.
Dustin says good night and love you all.
Good night, Dustin. Love you too. Bye y'all.